These days, the variety of gaming mice available is absolutely incredible. Flawless sensors with increased polling rates of up to 8000 Hz, a variety of shapes reviving old classics, polishing existing ones, and some literally flexing in your hand to provide superior comfort. But which one is currently the best wireless gaming mouse? Without further delay, here's my top 5 wireless mice, in no particular order. Despite being rather spoiled with the collection of ergonomic mice the past year, this mouse has remained as one of the most comfortable for a few reasons. With a great soft matte coating and a weight of just 52 grams, this is the perfect choice for those wanting something that is very ergonomic. This mouse features a lot more curvature in areas that make some other ergonomic mice a lot less comfortable. This is mainly down to the more rounded curves, specifically on the left side of the mouse. I found other ergonomic mice are a bit sharper in these areas, which results in them digging into my hand a bit. As the Lamzu Thorn doesn't have this, it's a lot more cozy. And they have collaborated with everyone's favourite esport team, Fnatic, to get a version that has the lovely orange hue and includes a 4000 Hz polling rate. The Lamzu Thorn is one of the best wireless mice you can buy. It finished third in the top 5 mice of 2023, so will it keep its position in this one? Next up is another ergonomic mouse. Pulsar had been known for poor quality control with their mice and also releasing a never-ending amount of colorways and collaborations, but they did release a new version of the X Lite, both a standard and esports version. I feel the standard version is overall a much better mouse. The quality of it really impressed me. I'm not saying that the ES is a lower quality mouse, but I think the standard version has more polish to it, so that's why it gets my pick over the ES. But you can get the ES version if you want, especially if you're looking for 4000 Hz polling rate included, an aluminium scroll wheel, and a 32-inch LCD HD TV on the underside. But the weight does go up to around 65 grams. If you just want 4000 Hz on a standard version, you can buy a separate wireless dongle. The X Lite V3 is not the best for my meaty palm grip, for reasons I explained in the Thorn section. This is why you shouldn't skip sections of the video. For those that did skip though, the lower left section of the mouse has a sharper curve to it, so it can dig into your hand if you use a tight palm grip. But it should please those that don't hold their mice like a Neanderthal like I do. Another huge benefit as well is the coating, at least on the white one, is one of the most comfortable that I have used. And with it weighing just 55 grams, I think it's one of the highest quality mice on this list, which, considering the dumpster fire of the X2, marks a massive improvement from Pulsar. The next nomination is from a very new manufacturer and their first mouse. Despite the disappointment of it not being a full-size G703, Sprime gave us a mini version with their PM1. After using a load of mice again for this list, this one I just couldn't ignore, mainly down to its high level of quality and a rather unique ergonomic design, especially when everyone else is just making Zowie EC clones. Before I continue, I will be upfront and honest and say that I did have an issue with the squeaky mouse button, which is an issue a few others had as well, but Sprime had said that anyone that has this issue would get a free replacement sent out to them, and you don't have to send them your old one. But I thought I'd fix it myself, which I did. This mouse is another of those high tier quality types where you hold it and you're like, damn, this mouse is clean. It has this level of polish, but also has a significant advantage over some of the other mice in this list, and that is the optical switches. These are using Omron opticals and not the stinky and nasty Ratio opticals that feature on some others. These are the nicest optical switches I think you can get. When you use these, the Ratio opticals really do feel bad in comparison. Not only does this mouse have a shape similar to the greatest mouse of all time, the G703, but it's also one of the lightest ergonomic mice you can buy, with it weighing just 43 grams, and it has no holes. This is probably one of the best debut gaming mice that I've seen. It's a shame that Sprime decided to shrink the G703 shape, but who knows, one day. For the next mouse, we have a recent release, and it's certainly one that has a lot of differences compared to most. Vaxi are already considered as the best manufacturer in terms of producing some of the highest quality gaming mice. The fact that they have improved on the quality further is already an incredible achievement. It is the heaviest mouse in this list, with it weighing around 58 grams, but I think the trade-off for the quality is something that can't be taken lightly. The There's a few differences with the XES that makes it stand out on this list as well. It's using mechanical switches instead of optical, which certainly means that it has the best feeling clicks on this list. It also has a 4000Hz wireless polling rate as standard with the dongle included. It's also using the new 3950 sensor from PixArt, whereas some of the others are still using the 3395. The shape is one of the nicer symmetrical designs available, with it being suitable for all grip types for small to medium sized hands. Combined with its nice smooth coating, it's really comfortable. Despite it not being a shape and size I'd prefer, I've loved playing with this. It feels like the combination of weight, size, switches and quality has resulted in a perfect mouse. The final nomination goes to another recent release, and was one of the worst kept secrets, as this mouse has had as many leaks as Deadlock and My Kitchen Sink. Featuring a more polished design of the Viper series, Razer hoped that with this they can finally put a dent in their super light market share with the Viper V3 Pro. Whether or not they're successful will remain to be seen, but as this mouse has areas that are just flat out better than the Superlight, it might actually have some impact. Once again, Razer have set themselves apart by providing some of the best performance seen in a gaming mouse, with a bit of extra spice as well. This mouse supports up to 8000Hz wireless polling rate as standard, an amount that other manufacturers still advertised, but they don't. The Viper V3 Pro comes with the hyper polling dongle included, but it also has a solution to the battery life reduction from running that increased polling rate by having the ability to set a separate polling rate when in game. This means whenever you're not playing, it will default to something less battery demanding, enabling you to offset some of that battery reduction. And believe me, when you use a mouse that doesn't have this feature, you really do notice that difference in battery life. This is what makes this mouse stand out. Razer didn't just settle on just making the best. They could have just left the Viper V3 Pro with 8000Hz without this function, but they didn't. They went above and beyond the standard expectation here. If I had told myself a few years ago I'd be praising Razer, I would have just assumed that my life had gotten worse. It has, but I'd also be surprised that I would be praising Razer this much. The improvements also extend outside of performance, as the mouse as a whole feels very high quality, with some of the best stock mouse feet I've used on a mouse, an improved coating, with others saying the white coating on the Viper V3 Pro is one of the best. It's also got a reduced weight of 54 grams, and when you feel the build quality of the mouse, it really doesn't feel that light. This is one of the few mice that I think can actually justify its high price. And the biggest reason why this mouse is on this list is because of the DPI button on the bottom, which is preferred by Zekken. So those are my nominations for the best wireless mouse. But which one is the winner? The Best Wireless Mouse Award goes to the Viper V3 Pro. At the moment, I think it's the undisputed best wireless mouse you can buy. It has amazing performance, an increased polling rate solution that I think makes running them convenient, incredible coating if you get the white version, and a DPI button preferred by Zekken. I think it's the only mouse that justifies its high price, because you are getting the best. In a further twist, the order that I presented the mice in is the actual order that these mice placed in the top 5. If you want to see my review of the best wireless mouse, well, it's on screen right now.